The chances of a planet forming where life is capable of living are extremely low, and yet we got lucky. We got really, really lucky with the Earth. And yet the human race has been destroying all of the natural resources of the Earth. And something needs to be done before it is too late and we are not able to survive on the Earth anymore. The Earth's resources are sadly finite and they are running extremely low. So today, I'll be going over how the overexploitation of natural resources affects the environment, how it affects people, and lastly, how we can stop the damage that is caused to the Earth. Now, the environment is what provides us with all of these resources, and yet it is also what is receiving the most damage from the misuse of all of these resources. In fact, there are around 30 million different types of plants and animal species on the planet, and yet of that 30 million, the IUCN states that 31,000 of these species are threatened of extinction. And now just like imagine walking outside and seeing none of the animals that you would normally see, like squirrels, birds, deer, any of the things that make nature so beautiful. For example, the Great Barrier Reef. Global warming has had a significant impact on this. And since 2016, the Great Barrier Reef has been cut in half basically by coral bleaching and is continually dying. And coral bleaching is a global phenomenon that is caused by global warming. And when the water gets too warm, it destroys the colorful algae in the coral and it leaves the coral to starve. Global warming can be reduced by clean and renewable energy sources such as wind, solar, and hydro energy. And in fact, if we just implemented some of these options, it would significantly reduce the damage that it causes the Earth. And something like raw material extraction and processing also have a significant negative effect on the Earth's environment. And in fact, it actually affects the soil, the water, the biodiversity. It damages the ecosystem, and it also causes global warming. And now all of these effects don't just affect the environment, but people as well. People have lived, or in this modern day, live this lavish lifestyle, and they use a lot of the Earth's resources in order to sustain this lifestyle. And people just keep taking and taking and draining the Earth of its resources. And eventually, we won't be able to survive anymore. Like, for example, if we keep going at the pace that we're going, we won't be able to survive anymore with just the negative effects on soil alone. In fact, 33% of the Earth's soil has been moderately to highly degraded, making it extremely hard to farm on. And this doesn't even account for air or water pollution. The WWF, or the Worldwide Fund for Nature, states that the human population is consuming natural resources at a 20% faster rate than they can regenerate. And that percentage is steadily increasing. Eventually, we will run out of these natural resources, and something needs to be done in order, or before anything gets to the point of no return. Deforestation is an excellent example of how something that can be so significant to our society can be like destroyed, because something like the Amazon rainforest, it provides 20% of the Earth's oxygen, and yet we can like plant more trees, but that doesn't really help if something like the Amazon rainforest is being burned down and chopped down with no hope of repair. And things can be done to stop this, and we have ways to stop, but we have to be willing to make a change. We have to be willing to change the way that we treat the earth. We have to be willing to make a change on how we use our resources before it is too late and the earth becomes uninhabitable. And it's even not even that hard to change. In fact, if everybody in America just recycled one plastic bottle, we could make 53 million t-shirts or just 6.5 million fleece jackets, according to Reprieve data. Also, we switch to more renewable energy sources, such as wind and solar. And if we were to do this, this would significantly reduce the amount of pollution something like oil causes the earth, because oil is in fact oil and fossil fuels provide the most of the energy, and this is an alternate green way of providing that energy. Some people may say that these natural and green energy sources cost way too much money. And while that is true, like they cost a lot of money, but is it really like that much money to save like the earth, to save the environment, and to save people? Like no cost should be too much to save all of those things. Some other things that we can do to help reduce the damages to the earth and its natural resources is putting regulations on fossil fuels and minerals. We use public transportation, and we could also do something even as small as not leaving the water running in the morning in the sink. Can make a huge difference in the end. So in conclusion, humans have been over-exploiting the Earth's natural resources for far too long in order to sustain this lifestyle that has become normal to us. And we need all these things such as water, food, land, and minerals. But we have alternate ways, and it's a new age, and we have new ways of acquiring all these things that we need to live. And yet some people just don't care. They don't do anything. But today I went over like how the overexploitation of these natural resources damages the environment firstly, and also how it damages the society and humans in it, and also what solutions can be done to help prevent these damages to the earth. And the crazy part to me is that we have a lot of solutions for the world, and yet people still don't like try and make a change. But after talking to you today, I hope that I've inspired all of you to go out and make a change and switch to a more green way of living your life and hopefully help save the world. Thank you.